Dave, with Justin Turner, just you had mentioned yesterday he was taking some grounders. We saw him doing some stuff out here. How's he feeling today?
He feels good. Training staff says that in a spot potentially to pinch hit, he'd be available, and I've got him starting at third base tomorrow.
Before Chris injured his left foot, he had said that he planned to just use him in the outfield exclusively. Has that changed since the injury?
It has, in the sense that a lot of him playing just the outfield was driven by the elbow and just giving it time to heal up. So obviously, as we've kind of gone through the season, we just feel that he can handle the different arm angles from the infield to the outfield. So just having him taking grounders in the infield also just gives us a few more options.
Do you feel like on this rehab assignment you'll get some time on the infield too?
Yeah, I think so. Mostly in left and center, and I'm sure there's going to be some innings at second base too.
Plus, if you acquire Soto, you wouldn't get any spot for him yet.
That's right.
Dave,
that's right.
Josiah was here for a short time before he got traded last year. What stood out to you the most about him?
Josiah, really, I like Josiah a lot. I think what stands out is the fastball. It's a unique fastball. It's a low arm slot. There's rise, and there's a slider in there. So he's, been very good against right-hand hitters. Has had a tougher time, for the most part against left-hand hitters. But I know he's going to be amped up to pitch against us at Dodger Stadium.
David's going to be Haney tomorrow starting?
Yeah, Andrew will start tomorrow.
How built up is he kind of?
His last outing, I think he's built up to right around 75 pitches.
And Clevenger, is that just needing a fresh arm?
Yeah, we're gonna option Reyes Moranta, and then we'll bring Garrett here to give us a fresh arm. Yeah.
Dave, is there any thought that Taylor could come back sooner if he's primarily a second baseman as opposed to left field?
No, I don't think that really is going to matter. I think for Chris, get his legs under him, whether it be at second or in the outfield. Also, just kind of giving the at-bats. It's been a while since he's played, so, to take a week of at-bats seems to make sense.
And then to Trey Thompson, Jake Lamb platoon out there in left field, drive is getting reps at second at all?
I just don't think that there's a whole lot of downside as far as having Chris get refamiliarized with second base. Obviously, I love the platoon out there in left field with those two guys. But I trust Chris anywhere on the diamond. In game, hit for guys, move guys around, injury potentially. Have him be able to take down second base also is helpful.
With Chris, would it only be second, not third, just the elbow?
No, not. I just think that with second, with third, with Max and Justin there, we've got that covered, and to have him play a little bit of second just makes sense.
Yesterday when I talked to Chris, he was talking about how just before going on the IL, he felt like he was scuffling a little bit at the plate. How have you found that this time is a time that he also can use to kind of just reset offensively?
Well, it's hard to. Chris is a very kind of in tune with his mechanics, with his swing, and he was scuffling. So I think this gives him a little bit of a reset, and from what I understand, him and our hitting guys have worked really hard, and he feels good where he's at mechanically. So hopefully with some live at bats, some games, he can hit the ground running, but he feels really good where his mechanics at right now.
The way he was scuffling, it seemed like when he did make contact, he was hitting the ball hard, but he just wasn't making a lot of it. Is that more mechanical?
That's for a lot of people. It's different for a lot of different people, but for Chris in particular, when there's so much swing and miss, he attributes that and the hitting guys to a mechanical flaw. So I think they clean that up.
What do you think Treinen's going to face hitters?
I think with Blake, it's going to be a couple weeks before he gets to face hitters. It'll be a couple weeks. We're still a ways from that one.
You guys are hoping to try and get him back mid-August or so? Is that
yeah, it's. I was kind of. There's no setback, but I think it's just more of in the vein of still making sure we just take our time I still think, maybe more late August kind of situation. But again, if he keeps passing these markers, then it could be soon.
Yeah, he's still gonna throw bullpen sessions and stuff.
Yeah.
Is the standings a part of all that with Blake and maybe Gradwell, where maybe you guys didn't expect to have this type of lead?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. You don't want to have everything, just the standings drive that, but I think that if you do have a little bit of margin to kind of have that flexibility to be a little bit more prudent, it only makes sense.
Is the plan still 4 innings for May in his next rehab assignment? 'Cause I know you only got through 2 the other night.
It's still 4 innings because he still threw 10 in the pen after that outing, so I think the plan is still to go 4 and 60.
You had Bueller out there throwing today. Is there any update on him?
No, just that he, threw yesterday, threw again today, and I'm not sure if he's going to play catch again tomorrow, but just having him just keep trying to progress, and so hopefully he just keeps getting stronger and, keeps going pain-free. But, until he starts kind of getting on the mound, for me, I just want to let him kind of get to that point.
Mookie isn't a big on-field BP guy typically. How out of sync is he right
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's fine. I mean, I think it's we had one series and against the Giants where I thought he hit some balls hard. Yesterday didn't feel good, but I wouldn't say Mookie's out of sync.
I think I saw Blake in the bullpen earlier. Did he have a session today? And if so, how was it?
I know Tyler had a session today, and I do think Blake had a bullpen today as well. I didn't see it. I'll follow up on that, but I do think you're right. I do think he threw a bullpen today, yeah.
You mentioned with Reese. What do you see behind the plate with him? And are you a little surprised he only has 3? Sorry, Matt.
No, I'm not surprised. Cabert's going to be a really good player for quite some time. I think the main thing for him is to take down the catching duties and get familiarized with the pitchers. He has a lot of bat to ball. He is aggressive in the box. There has never really been a lot of power, but he's just got really elite bat to ball on both sides of the plate.